Hey guys, what's going on? Nathan here, and welcome to the first top 10 on my channel. I want to start doing these more because I think they're a lot more enjoyable for you guys to watch, and I think the hard work really does pay off in these episodes. And today I'm going to be giving you guys my top 5 most memorable moments in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. So before we begin this top 5, let me just state first of all, spoiler alert, there are going to be spoilers in this top 5 as you probably would assume, so if you want to save yourself that, then I guess just click off the video. Secondly, if you enjoy the video, then a rating is much appreciated because obviously a lot of work was involved in this top 5, and also don't forget to subscribe if you want to be informed of my new uploads and the shiny giveaways. So without further ado guys, let's start this top 5, with number 5 being Soaring Latios. So this was a new feature that was added into Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, and it wasn't in the original games, but for me this was a great addition. The first time I got the Eon Flute after the whole Primal Groudon for me moment, and I saw my Latios pick me up and Mega Evolve, and the music started playing, it really did surprise and amaze me. I think it was just the fact how prior to this game there was just a HM to fly and you just chose a location and it was a specific location. But the fact now that you can actually fly above Hoenn on a Pokemon is incredible. And on top of this, with the soaring you get the fact that you can find Mirage spots where there are rare TMs, Pokemon and items, and obviously the legendaries. But the reason why it made it so memorable is the fact that I actually felt really close to Latios as a Pokemon compared to legendaries where you just, like in this game, all the legendaries you can capture, compared to Latios they didn't feel as meaningful than it did. And I felt, soaring for a new edition, it was really great, and when I first did it, it was a really great memorable moment compared to other moments in the game. And that's why it goes number 5 on the list. So number 4 is the Primal Groudon moment, or the part of the story where you actually go into the Cave of Origin. Now I understand if you played Alpha Sapphire it is different, because obviously it's Kyogre, but I'm not sure how different, but I'll be basing my moment on the Primal Groudon. So now a lot of people say, I've seen comments on different videos that Team Magma and Aqua are one of the worst teams, bad storyline and that, but I always disagree with them. Especially in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, I find the story involved has now more meaningful and motivated the team leaders were, made it so much more exciting, and especially the event where you actually capture Primal Groudon and you see him Primal Evolve. For me, the reason why this was so memorable is that the cinematics, the camera angles were amazing, and it didn't just feel like, during this specific time, it didn't feel like you were just playing a game, going through a route, defeating trainers, getting to the next town, doing the gym, etc. It felt kind of more, it felt so much more than that. For example, just before you enter the Cave of Origin, the NPCs such as Steven, Wallace, and even Maxie, you could really feel that they were actually in desperation, being scared and nervous that, the world essentially could end in Pokemon, if you get me. I'm not going to try to exaggerate this because it is just a game, but that's why I think it was amazing. To say it's Pokemon, when I was playing this in this moment, it actually I felt like I was the hero, I was heroic, I felt heroic going into such a sacred place, the Cave of Origin, which is a chosen few. And the fact that, it was all up to you as being the chosen one. And then on top of that, you can't deny it, the cutscene where Groudon Primal Evolves and all this in here, it was freaking awesome, For a legendary encounter, this is probably definitely one of the best, and this is why it's such a memorable moment while playing this game. So going on to number 3, it's a generalised point, but it's generally revisiting Hoenn a second time. Now I find to really appreciate this point, you have to definitely play the original games, but what I mean is, why I think this is such a highly ranked moment for me is the fact that you literally are revisiting the Hoenn region from your childhood, and you're seeing all your favourite Pokemon, towns, cities, NPCs in these new 3D graphics, remixed music, old features coming back, but also some new ones too, such as soaring. I kind of feel like this is an homage, I think that's the right word, to players who played this back in the day. Like for me, for example, you see so many comments again, it's like, on the trailers and the music, it's like, I'm coming back home to Hoenn, or me and my Mudkip will be reunited, and that's why I think it's just the fact that when I first played this game, I was just thinking, oh my god, the nostalgia coming back, but it wasn't just playing it like Emerald again, it was playing it, but it was like a new world inside the same world, And I feel like the whole remake of the region was just the big memorable moment for me, and just seeing the transition from the 2D sprites, the simplified designs, because obviously back then you didn't have much to work with, compared to what they have now, it just was incredible. Like the trailer says, exploring a whole new epic world, and it really was. So that's why I really feel like it ranks highly up at number 3, but as it is a generalised point, I don't think it should be number 1. So number 2, I class this as 1 point, is the Elite Four and the Champion. So if you're like me or older and you played the originals when they came out, this will mean a lot to you. Or even if you're just younger, you'll probably feel the excitement. But even though I played the Elite Four of this region hundreds of times. You know, back in the day, I used to get a new Pokemon and literally go through the Elite Four non-stop till they evolved. Like, for example, I'd come in with a Trapinch and come out with a Flygon, for example. I'm now 17 and I had the same thrill and excitement and nostalgia as I did when I was 10. Because my initial thought was, oh, with the EXP all, my Pokemon are going to be like, 10 levels above them. It's going to be like a one-hit knockout. I'm not really going to have the thrill of actually defeating the Elite Four. But it really wasn't like that, and I was actually quite, confused why. But it was so exciting. I found as I started, it was a bit easy. I used, like, for example, my main Pokemon, like Swampert. But as I progressed, more of my Pokemon started to fade, and it actually became a challenge and was thrilling. You could just base it on the fact that I'm a crap, but I don't think I am. But I actually felt like the difficulty had gone up, and it was actually really, like you wanted to win a lot more. And the remixed music was great. And as before, if you played the originals, you really appreciate Game Freak for doing the Elite Four amazingly. And obviously they added the feature of upping the levels the second time round. This is especially true for Steven, the champion, because it was an amazing the story of it. It's just the whole thrill of it was really great, and that's why it's such a memorable moment. Like I remember that when I defeated him, it was a great moment. So now going on to number 1 to top off this top 5 memorable moments of Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. It is the Delta episode, the main post-game content that this game has. And obviously all of it's good, but the main thing I'm focusing on is the actual bit right near the end of the Sky Pillar, where you obviously get Rayquaza and you have the main revealing of Zinnia and things like that. And obviously, the reason why this is number 1 is if you played the other games, it means a lot to you. A lot of these points are if you've played previous games. The reason why I think, first of all, it deserves to be this, and why I appreciated it so much, is it answered so many questions that you've always wondered from other regions. For example, this whole thing, if you watch the Game Freak on it, it uses this episode a lot to explain it. How there's parallel universes. For example, Zinnia, we could have just gone with the whole thing of beaming the meteor somewhere else, but like she said, there's probably another Hoenn over there. But in that Hoenn, the meteor's going to hit it and Hoenn will be destroyed. But in this one, that's why Zinnia has such an influence like that. And it just answers so many questions that, we normally wouldn't know, and explains how it all kind of fits in, how there can be multiple universes, multiple regions of the same ones. And it was amazing. On top of that, obviously, the cinematics and the storyline were amazing. And it wasn't just like, I found out it wasn't just like okay, let's just add this post-content in to get Rayquaza. I found the main focus was the storytelling, but on top of that, obviously capturing Rayquaza and having him Mega Evolve with friendship, and the whole, it foreshadows, well, previously, it foreshadowed on the meteor that you got all the way back at Mount, I forgot what it's called now, but that mountain, I actually forgot what it's called. Because like I said, it hinted how the games existed, and it was a really great end to the main post-game content, and like, I really appreciated that. I felt, so many people on the internet praise it for being such great storytelling, and I really do agree with that. It really was a great, end to the game, and on top of that, it was a great, memorable moment. So this ends the top 5 for my top 5 memorable moments. Let me know if you enjoyed it, guys, and comment if you've got any ideas for my next top 5/top 10. I'll probably try doing these probably once a week, but it depends if I get a demand for them or not, or depends how successful this video is. I don't do top 10s much or things like this, so I hope that the editing/commentary has gone alright. So let me know how I've done it below anyway. But like I said, guys, I'll see you in the next video, and thank you so much for watching, and see you guys next time.